March 9. 1403. Beyazıt I, Sultan of Turkey, died. He was celebrated as a warrior, but his disposition was cruel and tyrannical. Being conquered by Tamerlane, and exposed by him in an iron cage, he dashed his head against the bars of his prison, and killed himself. 1405. Battle of Grosmont, in which Henry IV defeated the Welsh under Griffith Glendower. 1566. David Ricci or Rizzio, an Italian musician, residing at the court of Mary, Queen of Scots, assassinated in her presence. National melodies of Scotland tended not a little to their general improvement with the higher classes. 1609. William Warner, an English poet, died. Author of Albion's England. 1615. Francis Beaumont, an English dramatist, buried. He was jointly concerned with Fletcher in the production of several excellent plays, and assisted Jonson in some of his. He died under 30 years of age. 1649. The Duke of Hamilton, Earl of Holland, and Lord Capel beheaded with others who were suspected of royalism. Bad faith is attributed to their judges. 1661. Julius Mazarin died. Cardinal and Prime Minister of France under Louis XIV. His name is identified with the history of his time. 1678. Ghent surrendered to Louis XIV of France. 1679. A declaration forbidding pardon to be granted to any who killed another in a duel, issued by the Council of England. 1694. Gaspard Sagittarius, a German historian, died. He was an able supporter of the doctrines of the Reformation. 1735. Violent hurricane occurred at Kilverton in Norfolk, rolling the lead of the roofs of houses and doing in the few minutes it lasted incredible damage. Smell of sulfur followed. 1762. Joseph Calas, a merchant of Toulouse, executed on the wheel. He was unjustly condemned for the murder of his own son. His innocence was confirmed by a public arraignment on this day the next year. 1770. William Guthries, a voluminous Scottish writer, died. He became celebrated as a bookmaker, and lent his name to the works of less popular authors. 1778. Great Council at Johnstown between the Six Nations and New York Company. 1782. Mangalore, a seaport of Hindostan, surrendered to the British under General Matthews. 1783. Michael Ittmuller, a German physician, died. His works have been published in 5 volumes. Folio. 1793. Congress passed the Act to organize the militia, enacting the enrollment of every able-bodied white male citizen between the ages of 18 and 45. 1795. The Figel, or 118th Regiment, mutinied at Birmingham, England. 1796. Charette, the famous Vendée chief, tried and shot at Nantes, aged about 33. He refused to have his eyes bandaged, and gave the signal to fire himself. 1801. Johann Christian Ackermann, a celebrated German physician and bibliographer, died, aged 45. 1810. London rendered impassable for several hours by a heavy rain. 1811. Battle of Pombal, in Portugal, in which the French were defeated with the loss of 470, by the British. 1812. John Henry's plot to dismember the Union disclosed to Congress. Henry received $50,000 public money for disclosing it, and sailed immediately for France. 1814, Battle of Leon, in which Napoleon was defeated by Marshal Blucher. 1822, Edward Daniel Clark, professor of mineralogy at Cambridge and a celebrated traveler and tourist, died. 1823, John Henry van Swinden, a Dutch philosopher, died. He was an author on various subjects, and a man of great erudition. 1825, Anna Letitia Barbald, an English authoress of great reputation in her day, died. She was early taught the languages, and became distinguished for her learning. She retained great vigor of mind and body to the extreme age of 90. 1834, snow fell at Rome, the first event of the kind on record in 240 years. See March 25, 1595. 1840, George Gleig died at Stirling, Scotland, aged 87. Distinguished for more than half a century as a scholar, critic, metaphysician and theologian. 1847, Battle of Veracruz.